My name is the Eagle himself, the Duke of Kakamega. Dr. Ofweneke is my name. The only Luya in Nairobi currently, because this is what I'm wengine. Sai, the Luya nation is just ikona moods. Tumepatiwa ka machungwa ketu, kamekatwa kakawekwa nje. So tumetoka na kamachungwa ketu. So Waluya tuko na emotions. Ladies and gentlemen, live on the show, my brother.
Thank you so much.
Welcome, karibu sana. Before we even continue, let me just read the question of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Dipe yo swali kevo. This is a question. Are young leaders truly different? Are young leaders truly different, or just the same system in a new packaging? Are the young leaders truly different, or they're just the same system in a new packaging? Before we get to the question, so I'm waiting for them to give me the feedback. Let's pick it up from the trending story of the week. You watched the expose of mightiest. Don't laugh. Yes. There's no any other prophet apart from me that you're talking to.
That I text God on WhatsApp and he tells me I'll bring the rain on 14.
And I'll use a God and
I think some of these preachers, they are not foolish. It's just that they are so brilliant that they discover that Kenyans are very gullible and it's easy to con them. So those preachers just package themselves in a way that Kenyans will trust them, because you know the economy is doing badly, and when the economy is doing badly, two things always do well: auctioneers and those who sell hope. So auctioneers sahi wamenona shingo hivi.
Hawana hata shingo.
Shingo imeshikana na mgongo. And also the people are selling hope. So we have a lot of fake preachers, not just Prophet Owori. He just happens to be one of, the mightiest, fakest preachers, but there are so many of them. But that just brings you back to tell you that Kenyans are quite gullible, and that
so
is
the
why
problem is Kenya.
Shida ni wa Kenya. Shida si Prophet Owori. Prophet Owori is not is not dumb. He knows what Kenyans like. He knows what he needs to show them, and he knows that if he tells them this, they'll quickly believe. So he just hires a few people, pays them to go do miracles, to go pretend they've been healed, and that is it. So if those Kenyans who are believing Dr. Owori are thinking like that, then you can imagine how they vote. You can imagine when
you're talking
ballot how they vote. Because if they can trust Owori, then there is nothing they can't trust. You remember there is a member of parliament from Tongaren who used to tell people, barabara ya lami isijengwe hapa. Ikijengwa hapa, gari zitakimbia mbio, zitakuwa zinapata accidents, zinaua watu. Watu wakasema na nyaka hatuchafikiria yako hivyo. Na umefikiria?
Is that a reality of actually a campaign?
The guy had eaten money for Kenya Rural Roads Authority. So the roads that were supposed to be done there, including the Misiku Naitiri Road, alikuwa anawaambia barabara ikijengwa hapa lami itakuwa inaua watu, and they agreed with him. So that's why I'm telling you, this country will never change unless we do some very, very serious civic education. The kind of voters we have on the ground, if William Ruto wasn't our president today, somebody worse would be president. Maybe like Waititu or somebody.
Is Waititu worse? He's in prison. Come on, I think that is a stray bullet, Morara.
See, I'm telling you, Kenyans have voted for somebody who is in prison before. There's a member of parliament from Nyanza who's voted while in prison. He won the election. There's no limit as to what Kenyans can do when it comes to voting. Manze watu wanaweza pigia kitu yoyote, sio mtu, kitu yoyote.
Before we even go far, Sifuna has just been ousted as the Secretary General for ODM.
Yeah.
Did you see it coming?
Of course, everybody saw it coming. He was definitely going to be ousted out of ODM because he's becoming a stumbling block. Ruto wants to annex ODM. And if Ruto wants to annex ODM and you become the stumbling block, he'll take you out. But he'll take you out through your own people. He'll not be the one to take you out. Atatumia tu watu wenu hapo akushughulikie. Because the decision has already been made that ODM will become a part of Ruto's campaign project for 2027. So anybody who becomes a stumbling block, it's just like the way the US decided that it wants Venezuela's oil. When President Maduro became a stumbling block, he became a drug dealer, he became this. Previously, the US, if he's a drug dealer, they knew he's a drug and didn't have a problem with it.
Exactly.
But now it became a problem, so they had to take him out. So he's been taken out. The question is not how he's been taken out. The question is what will he do after being taken out? Because me, I usually see these things as opportunities. Hii ni kitu tunapewa on a silver platter. If we don't take it up and do it, then mazee tutakuwa tumelalia masikio vibaya sana, and history will not forgive us.
Because now something happened yesterday, and my big brother, who is currently the member of parliament for Langata, came out and said, you know what, guys, I'm going for the senatorial. Do you feel as an inhabitant of Nairobi, do you feel like now the Jalango factor comes into play? Should Sifuna be worried if he was to vie again?
Let me just tell you this. I feel very sad for some very good leaders like Senator Sifuna, like Senator Okiya Mtata, who I know personally, and I know that given an opportunity, they can really deliver. But I just want to tell them that it is not your fault that you can't deliver. The issues that we have here in Kenya are systemic. They are deep. And I even want to tell my friend, Honorable Babu Owino, even if you become the governor of Nairobi, you can't fix these problems. These problems are systemic. We can only fix this problem from the bottom or from the top.
Katikati hapa
iwezi. It's either we fix it from the bottom, that's the voter. We fix the voter, then we fix the problem. Or we fix it from the problem. We capture the presidency by all means necessary. And all means necessary, I mean democratic and undemocratic. But if we just capture that one, then we can be able to now fix those problems. Because I can tell you this. For example, we have a garbage problem in Nairobi. What would Babu do? Your garbage is led by cartels. Let's begin here. The person who is collecting garbage in Nairobi is a member of parliament from Rift Valley. His company is the one that has been given the tender for collection of garbage in Nairobi. He's very close to the president. If he doesn't collect garbage, what would you do as a governor? Report him to the president or what? And you are reporting somebody to the president, yet the president has received a share of the money. Kumbuka, haja collect garbage juu pesa yenye umemlipa ashagawia number 1. Sasa kama pesa ishafika State House, wewe unakuja kulalamika nini? Utaambiwa wewe enda uachane na hiyo maneno, hiyo ni vitina. If you go to evict those vijana wenye, you know there are a lot of illegal dump sites in Nairobi. Ukienda kutoa vijana ndio hii sikwe dump site, official dump site ikue ni hile, those vijana, they are the ones who are used as goons in political campaigns. Na siku yenye hakuna political campaign ndio wapewe handouts za mwanasiasa, wako kwa garbage collection, waokote plastics wapeleke kwa kampuni ya plastics, waokote metals wapeleke kwa scrap metal, hivyo. So wezi enda kuwatoa pale. Ukienda kuwatoa pale, you are messing yourself up politically. Then again, if the national government doesn't want you to deliver, because obviously, if a governor in Nairobi performs, that person becomes a president. It's automatic.
It's automatic, especially for Nairobi, that's it.
Ukifix Nairobi ati ikue kama Tokyo, ama Hong Kong, a clean city, a well-functional city, everybody will want you to be president. So because of that, the national government knows, the national politicians, they know those risks. And because they know those risks, wakiona unakaribia kuperform, then they call EACC on you, they paint you as corrupt, they go and sponsor some people to go start an illegal dump site, you go to remove them, you call the Inspector General of Police, he tells you, apana me, I receive orders from the national government, and all this
manner of things. Is this a whole fiasco?
Nakwambia, the problems that are in Kenya are systemic. Unless we fix them from the bottom or from the top, hakuna kitu itafanyika. And that's why I'm saying Sifuna being removed from ODM should be an opportunity ya sisi kutengeneza chama yetu that is not based on tribe. Because the biggest problem in Kenya we have is political parties that are based on tribe.
But Morara, the story in town is that you've already been bought. That's why you now have businesses coming up, you now have big cars. The story is you have been bought by the ruling party. Well, that's all itulia.
Which big cars are these?
Si kuna hii gari LC.
I have about 4 cars.
4 cars?
Yes.
Morara, how old are you?
But let me tell you.
What?
These 4 cars zangu za kutumia. But zingine, the ones that I rent out kwa biashara yangu ya kahaya, they are more. But when did I start having these cars? Kama mtu anasema mimi nimenunuliwa because I drive a Prado. I drove a Prado and I'm at 24 years. This is 5 years later. Kwani sasa nilinunuliwa 5 years ago?
Because the Genesis conversation is Umsa alipiga kelele mingi, gava kamcheki, kamchotea, akanyamaza.
The first time I drove a V8 was in 2023. 2023 Gen Z ilikuwa. Gen Z ni ya 2024. I bought a house in 2022. Sasa hiyo nyumba yenye nilinunua 2022 at 16 million shillings. Ni Ruto alininunulia in 2022 kwa sababu ya Gen Z yenye ilifanyika 2024. You know, some things are
92 multipartyism.
People believe that a young person should be poor because most young people in Kenya are poor, and I understand them. But there are a few young people in this country who've worked hard, made money, invested, and if they sit down with me, I can tell them step by step by step how you can build wealth. How it is possible, how it's not impossible. Yani usikwange unaona mtu amesucceed, unasema huyu ni simu tu, huyu ni Illuminati, merely because you've not been able to do it yourself. First, God blesses people at different ages. Kuna watu ubarikiwa wakiwa watoto. Kama ule msichana anafanyanga skits from Nigeria, she's called Emanuela.
Yes.
She became a multi-millionaire at what age?
At a very small
very
age.
young age.
Yes.
So kuna watu Mungu bless at a young age. Kuna watu wana bless at their middle life. Kuna watu Mungu wana bless at 50. After they've retired in 60, that's when they discover their talent. That's when they discover their talent. Kama mtu find out alikuja discover KFC. Alifanya akiwa very determined. So kwanza kuwa patient. God will bless you at your time. Lakini kitu ya pili, usikue quick kudemonize watu wenye wako na wealth. Try to learn from them. Usikwangu unaambiwa, huyu anaendesha LC300. Yes, I know. For a young person like myself, driving maybe an LC300 starts looking suspicious. Ni kwani si watu wanatoa wapi pesa?
Because sasa wanasema zile do ulichangiwa do ulienda nao ku pump up life. That's soft life.
That's not true. That's not true. In fact, what was contributed to me versus what I spent, there are the Caribbean.
How much was contributed in generally?
Generally, it could be about 6 to 7 million.
6 to 7 million?
Yeah.
Then you refunded?
How much did I spend? Even before I refunded, how much was spent in total for that period?
How much?
14 million shillings.
For all those projects?
Yeah. You know, let me tell you by the way, you know, hii kitu inakanga ndogo until mtu ajaribu. I can give you an example. The last 1 week, I've been on a tour of Northeastern.
Yes.
Do you know I've spent 400,000 shillings?
Hapo tu kisimama hapo Dadaab.
Hapo tu. Because this is how the journey began. I started in Tana River, Kipini. I came from Kipini, I went to Garsen. I left Garsen, I went to Hola. I had to sleep. When I sleep, si security wangu ndawabukia maybe another room again. Hiyo ni accommodation cost, hiyo ni fuel. I cover at least about 400 kilometers in a day. Kumbuka huko hivyo, Nairobi County plus Kiambu County is one ward, not constituency. Hiyo ni ward. Constituency sasa ni kama mpaka Nakuru hivyo. Sasa that's one, hiyo ni Dadaab constituency, paka Nakuru, hivi ukienda hivi paka Darakanidi. Ama karibia Meru, hiyo ni Dadaab sasa.
Bro, uko na family, uko na wife, uko na watoi. Hii pesa mbona usijiwekee, usipende kwenda. Hii ndio inatoka wapi?
Vitu vingine mimi naweza sema ni kama ni kurogwa tu. Kwa sababu hata mimi mwenyewe mimi sijui mbona mimi nafanya hiyo kitu. I don't get paid to do it.
I ask, are you idle?
Second, I waste a lot of time. I waste a lot of fuel. Those places I'm going, si mahali tunaweza enda road trip. Some of them are very dangerous. Kwanza kwa mfano, mahali nilienda huko Ijara constituency. Mahali kunaitwa Sangailu, kwingine kunaitwa Geduni. Nilienda kutafuta Gediluni dispensary. Huko hata KDF wenyewe walini advice.
Enda.
Wakaniambia, we enda, lakini usitumie barabara. Barabara unaiona ni hii, but don't step on it. Use the bushes. So tunapita kwa bushes, tunafika mahali gari nakataa kupita, tunashuka, tunaanza kukata kwanza bushes zinapanga.
For what?
Ndio tuendelee. Si tuenda kutafuta
Morara, you have a financer. You have a financer. You have Bill Gates Foundation probably. Morara,
bro, tell you something about those Bill Gates and what have you. Those people,
mosquitoes zinazunguka Nairobi sasa nasikia.
Most of them, they don't fund because they care about you. They fund because they care about themselves. You go and even just look at what those multinationals fund. Mostly they're just funding things that are in line with their goals. Vitu zenye wao wanataka kufanya. So I can tell you, some of these things, you cannot be funded to change your country. Mambo ingine ni ya kujitolea. Na si lazima uwe maskini ndio ufanye hii kitu. And that's why, rich people in this country are so comfortable, you can you can think they don't feel the pain of the economy. Rich people are so comfortable, barabara ikikuwa mbaya, they just buy a Land Cruiser.
Bro, you built your own road. Ebu, just get me. You built your own. Oh my God. Ebu, Kevin, just put for me that video.
Today, I am auditing my own project. The contractor here was Kebaso David Morara, and the finances were allocated by none other than Kebaso David Morara. This is a community road. It starts all the way from there. It comes all the way back up. So I just want to show you the progress of this project as part of my series of auditing projects. So I've decided to audit my project today. But I decided that it's not just going to end hapo mahali kwangu inaishia. I'm going to do the community road, the whole stretch. So
How many kilometers? How many kilometers? How many kilometers? Now we're putting you on check.
Nayo sijaipima.
Wewe umeekelea kwanza kabro.
Yeah, I did the whole road myself. Unajua vitu vingine si vitu ya kufanyiwa. And that's why I'm telling you, there are different kinds of people in this world. Seme mtu kama mimi, yes, I have a good bed to sleep in. I have what I need. I have the car that I need to drive. My children go to the school I want them to go to. But I'm still not comfortable that things are okay. I feel sad. I feel sad at how things are happening in this country. Because first I look at poverty in this country and I look at this poverty paka na imagine ni kama ni government policy. Unajua mimi nimetoka huko Garsen Hola, nikaona vile watu wanaishi and I was just grateful to God for what I have. Nilienda Wajia, almost 80% ya watu wanaenda toilet kwa bucket. Na sijai shukuru Mungu kwa
in this country.
Na sijai shukuru Mungu for a toilet. They are going 80%. Do you know what it means 80% ya watu? They go, only 10% go to seme, 10% wanaenda bush. Then 10% ndio sasa wako na toilet.
Na ile toilet ya pit na
80% of the people go to toilet kwa bucket. And then kuna mtu anapita asubuhi akichukua mabucket hiyo ya solid waste, anaenda kuimwaga kwa dumping site iko somewhere hapo karibu. Na kumbuka Wajia ukichimba just a few feet ni maji. So inamaanisha that solid waste ina sip inaenda kwa hiyo maji. Alafu wanachimba hiyo maji tena wanakunywa.
Shame on all northeastern politicians, but they shame on you.
Ile ni barabara nimejenga na pesa yangu. Dadaab constituency haina 100 meters of tarmac. Haina hata kiti hii ni how many feet? 6 feet of tarmac. Zero equals zero. Yani ukianza tu mahali inapakana na Lagdera, Abakhaile, ukuje through paka mahali inafika Liboi near the border of Somalia. Upande hivyo paka mahali inafika Darfur kabla uende Sabuli na Habasweni ya Wajia. That whole constituency and many other constituencies don't have a tarmac road. Huu jamaa anapokea 180 million shillings in CDF. That county inapokea 14 billion shillings from the national government and donors. 14 billion every year. Hata kwetu mahali natoka Nyamira County, we only receive 6 billion. So they receive like 3 times of what we get.
Exactly.
Sasa kujenga tu lami inakuwa shida wapi? Ati wanasema ati their sand is fine. Their sand is fine, ebo enda huko wakati mvua imenyesha uone. Do you know watu wanaishi huko kwa nyumba za vijiti? 90% ya watu wanaishi kwa nyumba za vijiti. Watu wanapanga vijiti hivi na wanaacha gaps kwa vijiti ndio kukue na ventilation, alafu wanachukua ile tandarua ya UNICEF ya kuanika mahindi ya relief food, wanafunika hivi and that's a house for a family of 5 or a family of 10. Alafu ya busy buildings, you affordable housing for who here? Watu wanaenda wananunua ID cards pale register of persons. People have been buying ID cards at register of persons. Hata hizi ID zenye tunasahau wingi kwa mlango ya building, sasa ile umeingia kwa building alafu unarudi unasahau ID. They've been sold. People are using them to buy housing project.
Morara, I want to understand, how much do you love yourself? Because I tend to feel you don't love yourself.
Definitely I don't love myself as much as I love Kenya or the people of Kenya. Let's just
because hizi vitu bro, warning ni kama watakutafuta.
You know, first you need to understand the history of my family. Unajua mimi, I don't come from a family ya watu walikuwa na value kwa mass ama kwa acquire wealth too much. Mimi, I didn't inherit anything from my father. I didn't inherit a 50 by 100 plot. I didn't inherit a cow. I didn't inherit anything. Mimi nilijingangania tu hivyo vile nilipatana nayo. But if you look at my grandfathers, wale ambao walikuwa wanasiasa, you realize the history that most of them were assassinated. All of them actually were assassinated. Senator John Kebaso was killed at his butchery one weekend. And Honorable George Morara, the late, was also killed by a GK vehicle in Kakamega. The two of them, unfortunately, the reason for their death is truth.
They spoke.
And since then, there's always been fear in our family. Mtu yote asifanye siasa kwa sababu atauliwa na serikali.
But wewe ni nani?
Akwani iko nini? I'm not here to live forever. Kwani niko hapa niishi milele?
But you have a family.
Ai, si family, si wako. See, I've already done my part, but unajua tena, let me tell you, usishinde ukijiconcern na vitu hata Mungu anaweza shughulikia. What is it that I can do for my family except providing?
But if you go today, what happens? Who provides for them?
And who is providing for those who their parents are dead? Because there are so many kids in this country whose parents are not there. Who's providing for them?
But hii si msiba ya kujitakia?
The way the Lord provides for birds of the air. The Bible says they neither reap nor sow, but he provides for them. Hakuna mtu atakosa.
What do your in-laws feel? Because I'm not even going to ask you your wife. What do your in-laws feel about you and what you're doing?
They are scared.
They should be. They should be.
They are scared. Wanasema mtoto vile anavuruga au magavana akuwe very careful. Hao watu si wazuri. But I tell them hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Fear is the language of the devil. Wow. Babu, Sifuna, and Caleb Amisi, and all these young leaders. Tuunde chama.
Mbona unaacha Salasia nje?
Hata Salasia. Whoever is willing, eh? Tuunde chama.
No, your tone on Salasia is questionable.
No.
No, your tone on Salasia is questionable.
Apana.
You don't think he's a serious politician?
I just forgot. I'm just saying, those leaders, tuunde chama that is not based on tribe. Because sababu, let me tell you, assuming today Dr. Ofweneke becomes the president of the Republic of Kenya.
It can be a reality.
Assuming, yeah?
Yes.
Do you know it will be so difficult for you to change this country? Let me tell you why. The moment you sit in, the moment you're sworn in at Kasarani, the next order of business is that you need a cabinet. Because you won't lead this country alone.
Of course.
You need a team of dedicated individuals who can deliver.
Committee of experts.
Watu wenye wanaweza deliver. A dream team. Wewe, all cabinet secretaries must pass through parliament. Uko na wabunge wangapi kwa chama yako if you become president today? Yet the political parties that are there are tribal political parties. Utapata the Ruto you defeated in the election has 100 MPs. Gachagua has 70 or 80. Okay? And these are political parties based on tribe.
Oh, shikilia hapo. God forbid.
So hakuna kitu utapitisha ubunge, utapitisha budget. You will do nothing.
And with your feedback, just give me the feedback. Just give me the feedback. Put the feedback for me on the screen, Kevin, kindly. And it says, anasema hiyo ni zile pesa tulichanga ya kampeni ndio umeinvest hivyo. Sajaka anasema hii ni pesa yao. And bro, you can never run away from this accusation. Kabro nazo ni mbaya. Lakini pesa unatoa wapi? Ni ile mbaya ya Kenya, mbaya ya Lipoa. Asema tunaomba utueleze, Kenyans are really concerned. Where is Morara getting this money?
If somebody is saying
let me just read this one, bro. I don't care whether alichangiwa or not. At least he created a job for many Kenyans, transforming lives in his small way, okay? In something, it is a good thing. It is inspiring to see businessmen do it in a short time. What leaders failed to do in over 40 years. Your commitment proves that development comes from action, not promises. Congratulations and thank you. That is KN Active all the way from Facebook. Kenyans are really concerned where your money is coming from. Bro, okay, Illuminati wamai kutafuta.
Badala ya kupingana nao, wacha niseme hivi. Okay, kama ni pesa nilichangiwa na Wakenya, si basi nimeinvest vizuri. Ni watu wangapi uchangiwa wana invest vizuri? If that is true, which it's not, but assuming it was true, then I'm a genius. Basi wanipea kazi nifanye. Changi wangu hivyo vile wanachangia.
Na gava kutafuta bro.
Gava tunatafutananga kila siku. Au siku hizi tumejua vile tunaishi nao. Hakuna vile utawahepa. They are all over the place. And sometimes even people ask, where did your KRA case go to? It's in court. So gava tu tunaishi nao tu hivyo. But let me tell you this. After now studying Kenyans and coming to understand how they think and how they vote, I've come to realize that we might be going too hard on our politicians. We need to go hard on our voters. Harder. Okay. They are the employers. Sasa tunashinda tukisumbua employee who are the politicians na employer ako. Nikuulize, watu wamelalamika na tuseme governor fulani wa county, sitaki kutaja specific. Wanataka kumtoa. Hao watu, are they willing to vote for a better person?
Shikilia hapo. Kevo, ladies and gentlemen, an exclusive with the one and only Morara Kebaso live on Ofweneke Tonight. My goodness. Amewajibu. Amesema pesa zenye alipochangiwa alirudisha. When we come out of the break, move away from politics and development and road infrastructure. Let's talk to Morara himself. Valentine's is around the corner. What was the first statement he told his wife when they were meeting? See you after the shop, but this is your home of Untold Stories, TV47.
Coming to you in 3, 2.
Looking back, I was a serious workaholic. I'd be working all the time. Come in very early, leave probably the following day. Working so hard within the TV industry, I wanted that to be the place where I could prove myself. I literally nearly killed myself working.
Workaholism is a compulsion to work excessively hard and long hours.
I'm Dumi, I'm 20, and I almost wrecked my life trying to work until I just couldn't anymore.
Workaholism is not yet recognized as a medical condition, but psychologists say the symptoms are much like those of someone addicted to gambling or substances.
In high school, I didn't fit into all the cool groups. I finally went into modeling, going to commercials, and I saw a director on set. As soon as I saw him, I was just like, that's where I want to be. That's what I want to do. That was where all the top people were. When I started my internship, I knew that this is an opportunity that I can't let go of. I got to meet presenters, celebrities, and you meet designers, you meet all these cool people, and that was what made me want to work harder.
Workaholics often need to increase their workloads to keep getting the same sense of satisfaction from work. This rise in tolerance is a common sign of addiction.
I never managed to disconnect. I'm not trying to prove myself to other people only. I'm also trying to prove something to myself and to show the people I grew up with that I'm someone worth noting. I'm someone worth respecting as well. And another reason is because I'm the firstborn, first of 6 children. So I wanted to be the one to make sure that I'm out of their pockets and I can carve my own way by myself.
Workaholism isn't necessarily about the number of hours you work, but about your ability to put it aside. If you can't step away, it can lead to chronic stress.
Now I'm thinking about work all the time, less contact with friends. So people are like, dude, let's hang out on Saturday. Sorry, man, no, I have to work. I started missing very simple things such as calling my mom. And for a guy who grew up with a single mother, that's not the greatest thing to do. And from there onwards, I've missed my best friend's birthday as well.
I became concerned when he started doing a lot more late night shifts than he normally did. That's when I started becoming more concerned about his mental health.
Signs of workaholism include freeing up personal time in order to work, feeling stress when unable to work, withdrawing socially, and working to avoid feelings of guilt, anxiety, or inadequacy.
I started messing up because I couldn't keep up with all the bookings for like a presenter. I couldn't keep up with all the bookings for a sound guy, for camera, all the different shoot days.
burnout is closely related to work addiction, and may be its major consequence. There are many early signs of burnout: sleep and stomach issues, headaches, poor concentration, chronic exhaustion, and feeling more irritable.
My breaking point finally hit, and it started impacting my body, where I would be holding something as simple as like a cup of coffee and I'm trembling. I came home late from a shoot, and next thing I know, I'm dozing off behind the wheel. Had I not just swayed in a different direction, I don't think I'd be here. After the near-death experience, I went to go see the psychologist.
Work addiction can manifest itself physically, but it can also manifest itself mentally and emotionally. And that's when we speak about mental health challenges like anxiety, like depression, or I think one that is most common is that you're unable to just cope with everyday life. You know, things that you found very easy to do, you don't find so easy to do anymore.
I had some childhood things that I hadn't dealt with. Fear of feeling like I'm less than compared to most people.
I think at times you want to seek external validation, and in that way, you really want to work hard to gain the approval of someone else. And the opposite of that is to be internally validated, right? And in that way, you acknowledge your own strengths.
The best asset that I can invest in is myself. That's where I went, okay, let's start with maybe just making more time to go and work out.
Hii pesa ambayo inaibiwa, kwani ni ya nani? Ni ya Mkenya, mlipa ushuru, ambao wengi ni maskini. It belongs to the poor Kenyan taxpayer. Na wenye wanaiba, wamepigiwa kura na nani? Wamepigiwa bado na the poor Kenyan taxpayer. Na after kuzunguka Kenya mzima kuonyesha ona vile pesa yako inatumika, ona vile pesa yako inatumika, ona vile pesa yako inaibiwa, wamebadilika? No, they've not changed. Those who are singing 2-term are supporting a corrupt government. Those who are singing 1-term are supporting a corrupt opposition yenye walikuanga kwa serikali. So how do you help them? You, let me ask you, tuseme tu wewe ni mimi, sasa utawasaidiaje? You just want to go and show Mkenya vile pesa yake inaibiwa. Lakini that same Kenyan mwenye unaonyesha ako very loyal kwa tribal political party and very loyal kwa tribal kingpin. So when will this person ever want change? But anyway, si pesa inaibiwa ni yake. Siende analipa ushuru na pesa inaibiwa ni yake mlipa ushuru. Mtafanya nini? What would I do? If you were me, what would you do? Hakuna, unaingia tu kwa gari yako, unawasha engine, unaenda kazi baba.
And of course, welcome back. This is Dr. Ofweneke Tonight. Live on TV47, of course, alongside DJ Ian. And of course, an exclusive one, of course, with the one and only Morara Kebaso live on the show. Are you vying, bro? Are you going for any political seat? Already, your governor is a candidate of the ESCC, as I saw the other day. Of course, he's already facing some impeachment. He's just survived from one. In terms of Nyamira County matters, are we seeing you getting into politics?
Yes.
Like officially on the ballot box? Because you said you're not.
I'll try to do something. I will announce when I'm ready.
You'll announce when you're ready?
Iko kitu nitafanya.
Women rep?
Women rep hapana. Lakini kuna kitu nitafanya.
There's something you're planning?
Let me just get ready first.
Okay. So, lakini nyumbani?
Pia najiprepare psychologically. Nimekuambia bado Kenyan voter iko kazi.
A lot needs to be done.
Yes, inakwambia iko kazi. Before the Kenyan voter gets to a point where they can vote for better leaders, unajua hata hakuna haja sasa ya kushinda tukifanyanga uchaguzi kwa sababu if the voter is still the same na haja change mindset yake, sasa ni we are wasting money and time. Afadhali kwanza voter akue civically educated, ajue chenye anafanya, so that when the voter goes to vote, anajua, why am I lining up to vote? I'm lining up to vote for a member of parliament. What is a member of parliament's job? Is this one. So who among these ones can do a better job? Lakini sasa mtu anakuja ati yako na dimples anachaguliwa.
Umeguza pabaya. Umeguza unajua pia mimi nina dimples. Umeguza pabaya.
Hapana sasa.
Wacha. It's painful. Inauma.
The reason people make a decision to vote for someone needs to change. Unajua kuna watu wanaenda huko kupiga suti. Ati sisi ni watu wa mlima. Tutapiga DCP kutoka juu paka chini. Na huyu MP mwenye amesimama na DCP is a criminal. Lakini unampigia ati kwa sababu uko loyal kwa chama. Sasa uko loyal kwa chama ama uko loyal kwa maendeleo ile unataka?
Let's move away from politics. Valentine's is around the corner. The Kissy community, especially the Kissy men, have been put on the pedestal a lot of times. That you guys are very unromantic. What is the most romantic thing you've done for Mrs. Kebaso? Ile unasema hii, but then unasema hii leo to do, I have outdone myself. Kama hajanipenda, away go, chana nayo. The silence is proving a lot.
You know, first you need to know the history. Yeah? I met my wife and I'm about 22 years old. And we met in the month of August and we got married we moved in together in the month of September.
Wait.
One month later.
Wait. You met your wife in August?
Yeah, we moved in September. 1 month later.
Shida ni nini?
Si I'm decisive, sinajua chenye nataka. Kwani niko na time ya kuweza. Mtu una date msichana wenyewe miaka 4 kwani ni university course? I see people dating somebody's girl 7 years.
Bro, hata hujalipa rent wanabili mkutane?
No, umemkutana na msichana, umepiga assessment yako, umeona msichana anaweza hii kazi. Si mbona why lose time? Nilimpigia simu kamwambia kuja na nguo zake. And she came and we started living together.
Are you from Nairobi ama? Okay, Nyamira. Anyway. Pia yeye
hakuna mtu wako from Nairobi, kila mtu amekuja.
So a month after meeting you moved in and family started.
Yeah, we started a family. Now we have 3 children. That is Zaina, Garang, and Morara Jr.
And Morara Jr. What is this one or two things that you saw in her that was a deciding factor that quick?
Okay, kitu ya kwanza alikuwa dem anajituma. She was very hardworking, anajituma, anajitafutia. She doesn't wait around. She doesn't sit on her hands. Yes, yule mtu wa kusema men are providers there for akalie mikono yake. Huyu mwanaume aenda katafute. Unampata yani hata usipomwambia, unampata tayari yako kuna vitu anajaribu hapa na pale. Anajaribu hii na fail, anajaribu hii na fail. I remember hata kuna time alikuwa anasukia watu nywele kwetu. Sasa mimi nimetoka mahali bana kujaribu kuuza insurance, sijapata mtu, unapata tayari yeye amekalisha mtu hapa ashamsuka braids. Tayari yako na 600.
Kanyama kameingia.
Na mimi sina kitu. So she was very hardworking. So that encouraged me because nilijua tukikaa naye we can build wealth kwa sababu anajituma. The second thing is that hakuwa na siri mingi. She didn't have many secrets. She was an open book. Like simu yake hata anaweza kaa a whole day ajui iko wapi.
Is it the same until now?
Ako tu hivyo. Okay, sahi of course she talks to clients a lot. So simu yake anakaa nayo. But at that time hata simu yake the opening the simu ilikuwa pattern ya letter L tu. Letter L. Na hakuwa sijui na password kwa WhatsApp, sijui password kwa Messenger, mara sijui ame-archive, sijui ame-lock chat, sijui kuna sijui hidden chat, sijui hidden photos, hakuwa na hizo. It was an open book.
Of which I was about, my next question was also actually, do you guys have an open policy when it comes to accounts and even phone accessing?
We are very clear about what we are trying to do as a family. Therefore, finances, kila mtu anajua what we have. She has access to all accounts, I have access to all accounts. Everything we consult. Kabla niende kuchukua 20 million kununua LC300, we've talked about it, tumeweka kwa plan. Every year, mwanzo wa mwaka we sit, we draw what we will do we divide our year into 4 quarters.
Okay.
So we say, what are we doing in the first quarter? What will we be doing in the second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter? So already tunajua projects za hii mwaka, and one of them was that I want to drive an LC300. So mi nikapewa free pass kwanza nikuwe na LC300, alafu ndo tufanye the next project. So we have 4 projects we're supposed to do in the first quarter. We have another 3 projects we're supposed to do in the second quarter, and we are already doing them. So finances kila mtu anajua. Hata kama nitaenda mahali ni tukae na wewe kwa hoteli, tukunywe chai, and I pay 2,000 paid to Java or 3,000, I will not delete the message. Anajua tu ni 3,000 nilinunua Java, ama yeye apite mahali apate kanguo mzuri na ni atanunua tu na hakuna mtu ana delete message.
What is the most, as we close up, I'm told our time is done, what is the closest gift, what is the most precious gift she has ever bought you?
She has ever bought for me? Me, I would say the most precious gift sio kuninunulia, ni chenye amenipea or what she's been. Number one, I think it's really a good gift that she's been a peaceful wife, and that she's given me children, and children who look exactly like me, and who after DNA have all
DNA.
Okay, my wife has never given me a reason to doubt her. Lakini, as Morara, me being Morara, I verify everything. I trust everyone, but I verify everything. So
she didn't give
naweza kuamini 100%, lakini DNA ndafanya.
DNA ulifanya ama utafanya?
Nilifanya. Si hiyo nafanya tu kama procedure ile ya ku-apply birth certificate. And I advise all men in Nairobi, fanya tu kuwe sure. Unajua usikwangu unaambiwa ona hizi makucha zinakaa ni zako, ona hii sijui inakaa ni wewe. No. Trust but verify. Trust but verify. Kwa sababu many people are living a lie.
Bro.
But for me, I'm living the truth. I'm grateful for her. Happy Valentine's. Happy, early Valentine's to her. The best gift she's given me is being a peaceful wife. Ajai nifanyia drama, so I'm grateful. Now, drama zenye naonanga, people scream, mara jua amevunja windscreen ya mtu. Hey!
Imagine LC upate imevunjwa.
Yeah, I'm just thankful to God.
Tugengu, thank you so much for coming on the show. All the best in what you do. We pray that God will cover you, of course, and protect you, and the passion that you carry for this country. May God see you through. All right? Thank you so much, Baba. Ebu ambie ati prophet amesema aje?
Skiza hivi. Tarumbeta italia kwenye anga. And it will sound something like this. Nitumie voice yake. It will sound something like this. Pepe pepe. But Kenyans, please stop being gully boy. Sikuwe mnadanga.
Tarumbeta imelia, guys.
Talia kwenye anga.
See you again next week, same time, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Ofweneke is my name, alongside DJ Ian. And I'm using exclusive, of course, with the one and only Morara Kebaso live on the show. Have a good night and bye-bye to all my production crew behind the scene. Asanteni sana. Producer, director, Emoji, Kevo. God our bless sana. Next week, same time, same place. Bye-bye.